Hello guys, happy Saturday. This is Karthik here. I know we had a tiring week working from home and working for home. So, keeping aside that for the weekend, so we know like we want to relax this weekend. We know the cases are increasing outside. We know there is some negativity and some fear because of Corona this time. So, we thought, okay, we'll take some 15-20 minutes and add value to everyone who is watching this video through our learnings and spread some positivity around. And today's topic is about growth, is about change for a growing career because we know how things are changing rapidly nowadays, and especially from last 3 months, it's very dynamic. And if we want to grow in our career, in our life, we need to keep changing. So we have four important keys to discuss today from four amazing people, and I'll just try to introduce the panel to you. Why don't I welcome all of them? Hi guys, how are you all? Welcome to the studio.
Hey Karthik, good. Thanks for inviting us.
So why don't we just share a small
Why don't we
introduction
just
about us?
share a small?
Bhaskar, you want to start your intro?
Start your intro.
Bhaskar, I think your mic is on mute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hello everyone. Good afternoon. Myself Bhaskar, working in Wipro, and have overall 17 years of experience in this IT industry. Mainly, my work is towards the VLSI chip design verification. I am basically from Andhra Pradesh and settled in Bangalore.
That's nice. Sana?
And settled in Bangalore.
That's nice.
Hi everyone, I'm Sahana, basically from Bangalore, and I have close to 7+ years of investment banking field of experience. And thank you for welcoming us to the studio, and welcome all of you as well to watch us.
Hey everyone, this is Karthik here, a Bangalorean at heart. So I have been working in the IT industry for close to 13 years, currently working as a senior technology specialist at Genpact. Um, uh, Thanks, Karthik, for inviting me, and hope the session goes great. Yeah, thank you.
Great guys, and this is Karthik. I work in the IT industry for more than a decade now, and I've been part of volunteering in PIM session. So, we have one key aspect to cover today about the last session, which I took about four keys. I mean, some keys about career growth. We'll discuss about this in a productive way. So, I think why don't we start with Bhaskar Garu?
Yes, Karthik. Yeah, to begin with, I want to take this point, disown your helplessness. Okay. So to this, I could relate some of the points which Vijay mentioned as part of key one to my real life scenario. So I could relate to three different incidents in three different time. Okay, one is in the college days, other is in the my first job, then third one is in the third job. Okay, so the first one, coming to first one in college days, I used to feel many times victim of uh, actions or what people speak, what others speak. Okay, so, for example, some of my own classmates, they used to speak bad about my very close friends. Uh, so for which I could not defend. Okay, so then I wanted to defend, but I could not defend because of the flow of words, the thought flow at that moment. it was not coming to the right words to define. So I used to get upset and continue. It was a not one day business. So it is a every day, every other day I used to get this type of situation. Okay, so then finally after suffering for it's a 4-year degree. So many years, maybe third year or fourth year, I decided, okay, I want to stop this somehow. Then one day I told to the other person, please don't speak to me. So then he was shocked and told why. So then I told, I'm not comfortable with speaking with you. Whenever I'm comfortable, I will tell you we can speak. Okay. So then he told, okay, I don't speak for the whole life. So then I told, fine. If you wish to like that, it is fine. But if you want to speak after 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, you're welcome. If I'm comfortable that time. So then next day onwards, the whole total behavior changed. So that's where I could solve that problem for that. But yeah, so that is one thing. Then second, so here clearly it is the actions of others. Okay, for which I used to suffer. So then I solved that problem like that. Then second instant is in once I completed my engineering and then I joined the first job. So there we are a team of 6 people. The first 3 months training. So like except me and one more person, remaining all people, they make a team. They have maybe their mindset and all matching. They used to discuss themselves. Whatever any doubts, it will go to the other person who knows. He will explain. Then as a team, they are able to move on. But for me, even if I ask, they will bypass. They will say something, so for which I cannot stress. Okay, why don't you tell like this? Why don't you tell answer for this? We can't insist on like that. But without that support, team support, we are stuck. Because as a first job, many things are new to us. Only as a team, with the support of others, we can grow. So that there also I used to suffer like that. So I took that suffering. There was no solution I could find for that. So it took almost a year for me to come into mainstream. Okay, after training and in the on-the-job training also, this continued. But over a period of time, we also slowly picked up and come to the normal. So then third instant is when I went to Noida, then a lot of people from South also there. So there, so I used to face one problem. Whenever people during lunchtime, nobody used to call me for going for the lunch as a team. Whenever I ask, they say, okay, next 5 minutes, next 10 minutes. So like that. But whenever there are, so maybe we are a team of say 5 to 10 people. So from some 5-6 people, they have proper alignment when they want to go for lunch. If somebody asks, even other people will stop their work and whenever I ask, they will keep giving excuse. Even when they go, they don't even call me. I have to wait whenever they start. So then this also it used to happen. Whenever I want, nobody used to come. Even whenever they are going, they don't used to call me. So then I suffered for this almost a year. Then I decided how to solve this. So it's not. So then I saw, okay, there are some many senior people, managers and all. They used to go for lunch alone. So then I decided, okay, why I can't go for lunch for alone? Why I need all these 4 or 5 people to chit chat while lunchtime? So then I started going lunch on my own time. So then over a period of time, another 3 or 4 people, like-minded people, I could find it. So they used to join me. Okay, then I think it was the age group difference, or maybe it is a problem. Over a period of time, we will find our own friends. That's what I learned a lesson. So their lesson is I cannot expect others to directly fall in fall in my line. Okay, so all these instances, I used to feel I am the victim because it is the actions of others not calling them. Maybe expectation is from me. So then I changed expectation. Okay, if they call, let them call. If they join me while I going, I will call once. If they come, let them come. Otherwise, I will go. So no need to wait for it. So overall, it is so I used to feel a victim in many cases. So it took over a few years to come up, come out of that and be independent. And
Yeah, that's great, Bhaskar. Like you had really felt like you gave live examples where you feel victimized. But I don't think that stopped you. You're working in a semiconductor industry, being an architect, and I know how much hard work you had put there. So that's very helpful for us. And now let's move to another key point about fear. So I'm interested to listen to it from Sana now.
Yeah, so Bhaskar Garu actually gave a lot of insight on how we tackle people, especially being as a victim. This very, very most important thing for us to come out of our comfort zone and work for is to accept the fear that we are looking to work upon and overcome. So that point actually caught me very well in the keys of growth in our career, because we all, how many times have, how many new things have we done in the recent future when he posed that question. I was wondering, like, yeah, actually how many of us
San, I think your voice is breaking. We'll come back to you. Before
have
that, we'll,
done something new in the past 2 years. So now that with all the working life and all changes in our, moving from one team to the other, that I should improve.
San, I think your voice is breaking. I'm sorry to interrupt. We'll just go to Karthik and come back to you. Karthik, yeah, like why don't you share about your key learning from this session?
Uh, Sure, Karthik. Thanks. Thanks again for the opportunity. But yeah, so there are so many good points that Vijay spoke about last week, and I think something that we can all relate to. I mean, being in the corporate industry, but one point that really struck me and something which has been going on in my mind for the last couple of years was about passion. Right? This word is very loosely used in the current industry. Everyone says, "I do this for passion. I do this for passion," but is that really your passion? No one knows it, right? Because you haven't explored everything, right? As Vijay clearly mentioned, that you will not be sure about what is your passion until you have tried a couple of things, right? How many of us have tried things? I mean, we all work for a living, we all earn for a living. So for me, passion was always something which I understood as something which differentiate between making a living and living the way you like, right? I mean, there's like, take for an instance, right? You take an ant, you take a dog, you take a cat, they all make a living because they eat. I mean, they are either domesticated or they are, I mean, or road dogs, whatever. They all make a living. They live their life and then die when the time comes, right? So if you are doing the same thing, we are just living. We are like earning, getting money, making a living out of it. But is that what passion is about? I doubt that. I mean, for me, passion is something which might not give you. It might not give you the financial. I don't judge passion by finance. So for me, passion is something which will make you like happier. I mean, which you like say, okay, this is the way I want to live my life, right? So that is what passion is, right? Um, so I think I can correlate to one of my friend who's from my degree college. So I realized what is the meaning of passion after seeing him. So he was my colleague. He was my classmate in my degree college, and we started our careers together in Chennai. He was in TCS, I was in Wipro. Like after a couple of years, coming from middle class families, we are all bound to start with something, right? Our job pays our initial survival. So I was like thinking, okay, when will I grow? When will I grow? When will I become a manager? When will I become a CEO? Like all that kind of thing, right? CEO. So you always dream big, right? But this guy was always different. Like say he was ready to give up for something which is paying him well to do something which he's passionate about. He is someone who I saw like he's realized his passion very long ago. I don't want to take the name, but he's a very successful guy in the media industry now. He's an actor. He's done like dozens of films. He always was passionate about being an actor. So whether he was financially successful or not, he pursued his passion, and I think he's living a complete life out of it right now. So as Vijay clearly says, you should try multiple things in your life before you decide on what you actually want to do. I mean, you might fail in your passion initially, but I think overcoming that failure is what will make you a complete person, right? So that is what passion is about. And the other thing I want to quote from what Vijay said was, uh, trophy does not go to the person who is knowledgeable, but trophy goes to the person who has passion, right? So ultimately, uh, so I mean, for me, a trophy in life is how content you are with your life, right? I mean, it's not like um, how much money you have, or how what is the kind of lifestyle you're living. It's about how content you are at the end of the day. That's what a passion brings out to you. I mean, you will be content, and you will also be happy about doing it, and probably you will spread that happiness to a few other people and coach other people how to find their passion. Um, so yeah, I think I'm in that journey right now. I'm trying to find my passion. I'm doing multiple things, trying to find out what exactly I'm interested in. So I think with PIM and Vijay and Oliver coaching, I think I'll get there sooner, not later.
Absolutely, Karthik. Wonderful sharing. Definitely, I don't think I learned about what my passion was before, but yeah, during the course of life, we have to figure out our passion to be happy. I'll definitely take a moment to talk about the next thing, continuing to the passion. So before that, Asana, do you want to take a try? Okay, so I'll just continue where Karthik left. So, like we have all been working so many years. To find out really what our passion is, we first have to experiment few things. Like, see, like I can see somebody and I can become an engineer. But as like Karthik also was mentioning about his friend, so that is his passion. So what about my passion? So we need to restart our life every 5 years. Like if you ask people 10 years before, like in 2000, they would have said, okay, you need to restart every 10 years. But now with the way the things are changing, I think we need to restart every 5 years. Earlier, like 15 years used to be a long-term goal, and 5 years used to be a short-term goal. But now 5 years is a long-term goal, and 2 years has become a short-term goal. And if you think like, okay, like Bhaskar also was sharing, I was victimized, my daughter was like that, my past was like that, I can't change, or like, it's impossible. If you think like that, you're having a prison around you, correct? So we need to cross it. And see, it's not like you have to take a big step all of a sudden. We need to take small baby steps, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. So if you ask me, like personally, initially I did my engineering in electronics industry. Then after 7 years, I mean, during my seventh sem, I developed my passion in VLSI. I wanted to pursue opportunities in VLSI. That's how I met Bhaskar Garu through VLSI domain. But again, later, like I started something else. Like I had done some courses in VLSI. After 3 4 years, then I again changed my thought process. Then I wanted to pursue something else, some other passion which I thought. Then again, it was okay for 3 4 years, but again I failed again. So I again changed my thoughts, and I again changed my decision. Then I started reading books, so that okay, my thing was I thought my thing is technical, but I also thought, okay, along with technical, leadership thing is also which is I'm passionate about, which I'm interested. So if you see the my course of, like, I have failed so many times, I have failed, and I have tried so many experiments, I have done so many circles. Even like I alone know it, like how many things I have changed. Even my friends, like Karthik is my friend from my school, so he knows my journey, how many things I have changed, right? So if you have to figure out the passion, you have to experiment. You have to experiment for so many months or years to figure out what is your passion. And there is one quote which says, okay, life is a process of setting a goal, accomplishing it, then cherishing it for some time, and then setting a new goal and start accomplishing it. So it's not like we need to keep setting goals and keep running it. You have to take some time to cherish it also. Sometimes if we feel okay, we are bored, like it's working from home, just like it's been a routine life. Just check one thing, like if you have set your goals, if you are moving above your previous goals, and once you've set your goals, you have to also set your expectations. See, when you set low bars, then your expectation will be low. If you set no expectation at all, no bars, there will be no expectation. If you want somebody else to set your bars, set your expectation, then accordingly you can meet them. That is one thing. But the final thing is you set your own expectation, you set your own bars, you set your goals like larger than your previous one. Only then you can hit that success or a surprise. You'll become that thing. Then one more point was what Vijay was talking about is about like Steve Jobs, like how you know how Steve Jobs' life story was. Like I'm not sure if you know everything. Like some point of his career, some point of his life, he was in Ramakrishna temple. Then he was like he wanted to become a monk. Then again he started Pixar. Then how did he start Pixar? Like if you see, we know, right? Steve Jobs was a school dropout, and during that time he joined a calligraphy class. Joining of calligraphy course like made him to start Pixar. Okay, so some things like take some 2 3 5 years next time, experiment something, take small baby steps, and see what your passion is, so that you'll find that real happiness. And if there is no goals, believe me, there will be no fun. So this is one thing which I wanted to talk about. So Sana, are you back? Sana, you want to share about your topic?
Santa, you want to share about your topic?
Yes. So Karthik, you were just sharing about experimenting, right? So every experiment when we start off has a lot of fear in us. Definitely. I mean, we all have that, no? When we are children, when we wanted to start learning cycling, we were all so scared to get on that cycle and start cycling, right? So every new experiment, definitely is backed out of fear. So for me, when Vijay was sharing this point, I could relate to one of the new thing that I recently started. So it was very different when I had to restart public speaking. So actually, if I had to really work on or fulfill that, come out of that fear and fulfill it, I had to first come out of my comfort zone. First thing, and second thing, I needed to know what cost and what is the price I pay for it. It definitely involved some time of mine and some effort of mine to come out of the comfort zone and start speaking. So every new thing that we start is definitely backed up with fear. But if we overcome, it will definitely give us good results. So when we start overcoming our own fears, we can do more of what we are thinking. So every time we think of something new, we know what is the solution. We can get prepared for the solution, get actually find out a solution for overcoming the fear. So every new experiment will bring a new us, is what I wanted to share.
Yeah, wonderful, Sana. Definitely, it goes with the current situation. Yeah, even though we had some disconnectivity, but still, we are like this is our first panel, right? We keep failing. We are not perfect. We'll keep growing. So, just to summarize our points, we have to see what we are all a victim of previous thing or whatever happened in my life. We need to overcome that being of victimization, that which Bhaskar Garu beautifully called. Then we need to fail, we need to overcome our fear, and then we have to find out a passion. I think this all process summarizes what we just discussed. And before we end, I just like to talk about one thing which I think everybody knows, like change is the only constant thing. We have all heard that growth is change. So why don't you just take a point to cover and add your inputs on this point? So you want to go, Bhaskar Garu?
Yeah, Karthik. So change is growth, right? Topic.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, so when I heard this term, I remember something. When you see a growing plant, or when the flowers are just coming, you see in your balcony, you'll feel very happy when it is growing. When it is not growing, you don't feel so much happy, right? So even parents also, when the kids are growing in physically, and when the kids are studying, growing class by class and getting a first class distinction, when they're getting, when they pass the 10th class exam or intermediate, when they get admission into engineering, that this is the growth. So they'll feel very happy. So once they get in, complete all this BTech, MTech, enter into the engineering, then it is mostly flat, unless you jump in the salary or career position. So that is not, you don't see that growth very fast as grow in career position. So that is not okay. So what I feel is whenever things are changing, there is a growth and you'll feel very happy.
Wonderful, wonderful, Bhaskar garu. Absolutely. Nice example of growing plant. Karthik, you want to add something?
Sure. Yeah, I think as by nature, right, we are human beings and we are resistant to change. But as you clearly mentioned, as long as you're resistant to change, you will be stagnant and will be worn out someday, right? So, as the saying goes, change is the only constant. Yeah, and it also results in growth in one way or the other, right? So, I just want to give an example. I think it's you heard this example a lot of times, right? I mean, if you look at the 90s, you had Kodak, which was the most successful company in digital. I mean, cameras, wherever you have the roll cameras and all that, Kodak was the most successful firm, right? But the leadership or the management, they were resistant to change because they thought they had a very successful formula that they can sustain for years. But if you look at them right now, you have so many examples like Kodak. You have, I mean, so many companies which were resistant to change because they thought that this is the success formula that will sustain them for life, but it's not. So with the growing digital platform, growing digital technology, I think change is the only constant, and I think as human beings we'll have to evolve with the changing world. Only then you will attain your personal growth and also grow people along with you.
Definitely, definitely, Karthik. Change is the wonderful example of Kodak, and we have seen so many similar examples in our own eyes. So, Sana, you want to add anything on this? Okay, so I think there is some technical issue. So yeah, like adding to this, like we know we are part of PM session, and the goal of Vijay is to empower 1 lakh people with effective communication and life skills. As part of it, we started like these sessions offline, but as you know, because of COVID, we are doing it online. So talking in front of people was not a good thing for me. Like if you see, before I can speak only with computer and laptops on apps, not with people. So with a lot of hard work, I learned that. But now from last 2 months, I have to do it online. Means it's again a new thing. It's again a change. I could have resisted, but we have to see the cause of Vijay. And I want to be a part. Vijay is developing so many voluntary leaders. We are all being here as volunteers. We are not paid, right? So we are all doing this out of our interest and our passion. So to support this cause, I had to learn speaking in front of camera. So I'm still improving in this. So nice guys, like this is what we wanted to share. So we have, as a very coincidentally, we have an interesting topic that is being covered by Vijay also tonight on the PM session. So if you want to be a part of it and be a change and grow yourself, you can ping any of us. This is what we wanted to share. So I hope you will have a great weekend. We'll catch you again next week with some other interesting topic. Thank you, Karthik. Thank you, Bhaskar. Thank you, Sana, for taking your time out from your busy lives. I know we all had a great week, tiring week, being so many experienced in IT industry. Thank you again.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Karthik. Thank you, Sarana. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you. Bye.